This is a stupid discourse. Let's not have it. There is clearly a problem with the over-sexualization of women in games. Stop pretending it's not a problem. Please, don't be a pick-me. It's embarrassing. It's not new, and other games have chosen to highlight the strengths of their female characters. But where a Bayonetta stands out with an iconic character design, or a 2B from Nier Automata inspires an entire generation of cosplayers, Eve from Stellar Blade is just bland. A doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. Oh, 76,000 players for a Gunnar game. Very impressive. Mod to make it less sexual. The male gaze and objectification of women. I'm gonna be honest. If your only issue with a 50-plus hour action game is that the protagonist is not attractive enough, then you should never be allowed to partake in gaming discourse ever again. So what this is revealing about right-wing gamers is that they have a huge PDF file problem. Unlike you, I like my women. Real and not underaged.
People seriously need to get their priorities straight. So what if you find a hot woman attractive? There shouldn't be any harm in it. It's not a crime. What do you think, life-size Hatsune Miku cuddle doll?
I think you are just a pervert.
Well, that's not very nice.
I'd like to avoid getting wet.
Women can be incredible. They can be sympathetic, emotional, elegant, and beautiful. The feminine traits that they exude make them compelling, complex, and interesting. It makes them great templates for engaging characters in media or entertainment. In video games, well, Western games and communities in particular, there seems to be a lot of disagreement regarding the correct way to portray women. You would think that they should be visually portrayed with the emotional character depth that stems from feminine traits and character personalities. Instead, these things seem to be avoided in an effort to pander and protect women from over-sexualization. The result is the removal of everything that makes women appealing. The visuals and portrayal of a lot of these characters often clash with the lack of feminine traits and character personality, which results in a shallow mess with no emotional depth. These factors contribute to why the current state of how women are represented in games just isn't where it should be. The common consensus should really be based on common sense, not emotional outrage and personal agendas. Let women be women. There isn't anything wrong with giving women feminine traits. They are women, after all. These traits are what make them so visually appealing in the first place. It's not just the graphics that carry it all. One of the most recent examples I can think of is Eve from Stellar Blade. Everything about her design emphasizes feminine traits. Her face is well-shaped with no blemishes, her hair is straight and glossy, and her body fills out curves in all the right places. I've seen a lot of arguments online that claim that this is over-sexualized and that the mere presence of her in the game makes it porn. But look at the simple facts in front of you. She's a woman. She's gonna have breasts, a round butt, pretty face, and long hair. In other words, she's gonna have basic feminine traits. Because she's a woman. This is something that the average feminist, Twitter user, and terminally online person just doesn't seem to grasp nowadays. These characteristics are things that people can emotionally connect with because they're basic traits that females have. Everybody's familiar with them. It's not unrealistic because the body proportions aren't exactly manufactured. They're modeled after a real woman. It's also not over-sexualized since there's no gratuitous nudity or sexually explicit content that's out of the player's control. Now, let's compare this to design philosophies in Western games, like from Naughty Dog. They're a big name these days. So here's the main protagonist of Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. If we objectively look at this guy, we can see that he has a few key differences that we can point out, and... Wait, excuse me, what?
That's actually a woman.
Wait, that's a woman?
Yes.
You've got to be kidding me. She looks like a man. She looks like she's about to sit me down for a lengthy conversation about pronouns. Excuse me. Did you just call me a she? I'll have you know, my pronouns are...
I'm a fire in my laser!
Listen, why even use video games as a creative medium if you're gonna make stuff like this? I get the argument is that they're trying to portray women realistically or whatever, but doesn't that defeat the purpose of video games in the first place? It's an escape from reality. You could try to pass her off as beautiful all you want, Reddit, but the fact of the matter is, it's not appealing to look at. Remember all that talk I just did about embracing women's femininity and letting it flourish so that people can emotionally connect with the basic traits that females have? Well, that's out the window now, isn't it? What happened to you, Naughty Dog? Remember Jak and Daxter? Remember how it was a kid's game, yet it still had stuff like this in it?
Hey, Sugar Plum. You new here? Well, what you got that's, hot? And, wait, I've seen you before. You're with the Underground.
Shh! I'm Tess. Torn sent me to spy on Crew. Play along, and I may be able to get my hands on a few of Crew's secrets.
Ooh, I love undercover work, baby. But, two can work better than one. Let me help you out. Wow, there sure are a lot of bottles back here. Woo! Ooh, that goes down, ooh, boy. Gee, I suppose that's real gold floating in there? How about this purple stuff?
They used to be so cool about this sort of thing. So cool. But now look what they've become. It's not even just them either. Here's a list of female characters lined up against the people they're supposedly modeled after. Notice anything strange? All the video game models are intentionally designed to look uglier than their real-life counterparts. This isn't just a disservice to the consumer, it's also straight up disrespectful to the women who were references for these models. You can't even make the argument that it's a result of hardware limitations either. We have very powerful technology these days. If you look at a character like Bayonetta, whose game released on substantially less powerful hardware than we have today, she still looks beautiful and appealing, even on something as underpowered as the Nintendo Switch. Alternatively, you can look at Mei from Overwatch. She doesn't have the slimmest body out there, but she's still nice to look at. A lot of this has to do with considered art direction and aesthetics, but my point still stands. This is just ugly. Beautiful characters like Eve, Bayonetta, 2B, and Tifa simply emphasize feminine features to create an appealing character. That's all there is to it. Now, physical appearance isn't everything. I get there are women out there with different body types, and it's okay to have those in video games too, just don't take away the other ones. The goal should be to portray women in a way that celebrates their natural beauty and unique traits, not censor or diminish them. By embracing femininity, game developers can create compelling female characters that resonate with audiences. Again, let women be women. This goes beyond looks. It's also in their personalities. The way women get portrayed physically is also complemented by the way they act characteristically. Women can act in a way that's sympathetic, emotional, elegant, and beautiful. You don't normally get those traits in more masculine character types. They're almost exclusive to women. Tifa Lockhart is probably one of the best examples out there. She's strong, beautiful, and powerful, but still has a compassionate, gentle, and emotional side to her. She can fight a giant mech with nothing but her fists, but still go back to 7th Heaven to gently give you a glass of wine with a calm voice and soothing tone. She has depth in that she's strong yet compassionate, almost motherly. She is literally wife material. And with how she fights, I'd love it if she could give me a good fisting. Alright, that may be a bit far, but it does emphasize one point about female characters in games. Their creators and studios aren't the ones who over-sexualize them the most. I feel like the ones who thirst the most over hot women in games are the audience. There's no shame in finding a woman attractive. but when the terminally online see a hot female character, I guess they can't help but act like children whose parents walked in on them playing this stuff. And I totally get it. It's happened to me a fair number of times.
Hey you, what are you looking at?
I don't know what you're talking about. The bottom line is that hot women in games aren't inherently over-sexualized in either their physical appearance and especially their characterization. Even if they are, it's usually done in service of the narrative, or at the very least it has some sort of symbolic or implicit meaning. For example, if a female character were morally ambiguous and flirty, it's not to make them look over-sexualized in a specific situation. It may be done with the clear purpose of manipulation and betrayal later on in the story. This is Chloe Frazier from Uncharted, by the way. Again, Naughty Dog, look what you've become. You've shown that making a hot female character while balancing their characterization works to make them appealing. Why try to fix what isn't broken? It's like how we discussed the physical appearance of women in games before. They're diluted to the point where they don't exude feminine traits anymore, and by proxy, what made them appealing as women. This boils down to character writing as well. They're starting to design and write women to be more like men. And it's disgusting. Now we get things like this.
Here, vegetables. Thank you. So, I'm non-binary.
What an out-of-pocket thing to say. Can you imagine starting a conversation like this? Like, lady, I don't care. You didn't even tell me your name first. No need to explore the complexities of her character through symbolism, narrative, or gameplay. Just say how the character is feeling. Some people will defend this. And you know what? I get it. I really do. But let me ask you this. Would you rather have...
My turn. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this. Spill the beans. Or...
I'll cut him off. Some things are better left unsaid, you know.
See, I'm not so sure they are. Better keep talking.
Or I'll smash them.
Or would you want...
I'm non-binary.
I guarantee most people would pick Tifa. Not just because she's hot, but because she has a lovable personality that doesn't shove
I'm non-binary.
down your throat out of nowhere. She's an actual person that people would strive to be like out of pure admiration. The femininity she exudes is fully embraced and integrated into every part of her character. She has actual depth beyond her exterior. There is a reason why the Italian Senate loves her so much. The naturally feminine aspects that come from a woman's personality are what make them shine as a character, because they complement the physical attributes that already made them appealing in the first place. When female characters are portrayed with these traits, it allows the audience to connect with them emotionally. But avoiding these aspects in an attempt to be politically correct often results in flat, uninteresting characters that fail to resonate. The goal should be to embrace femininity in a tasteful, thoughtful manner that celebrates the unique qualities of women, not suppress them in the name of some misguided idea of equality. Hot women in video games aren't just hot because of their physical appearance. It's because of their characterization, too. Through their actions, feelings, thoughts, personalities, and flaws. They're hot because all those factors are combined with the nature of femininity. It's fully embraced and explored through these characters. Eve, Tifa, 2B, Samus, Estelle, Kat, Raven, Bayonetta, and the original Lara Croft. Women in games don't need to be stripped of their femininity to be seen as complex or mature characters. In fact, the act of taking it away to push some distorted idea of equality or diversity is immature in and of itself. It's best to find a balance in portrayal that respects women's unique qualities without resorting to diminishing characteristics. The goal should be to showcase the full range in women's experiences and perspectives, not to adhere to narrow, one-dimensional views of femininity. A woman can be incredible. They can be sympathetic, emotional, elegant, and beautiful. The feminine traits that they exude make them compelling, complex, and interesting. It makes them great, engaging characters in entertainment. They can be someone worth looking up to, someone to inspire others to do better for themselves. And when it comes down to it, there's something about well-crafted, hot video game women that everyone can get behind. They can be strong, fight the biggest battles, and conquer the toughest challenges. And they'll look absolutely beautiful while doing it. Let women be women.